Today is May 7, 2024. It's about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. This threatening flyer was put by my door. Mind you, one of this was placed there in March. And nobody needed access to my unit. Nobody came to my unit to check anything, and I stayed up all day long. I was home. In March, I had texted the building captain, and she knew that the alarm testing was finished. She first tell me yes, and afterwards she says, oh no, they're going to check unit. Nobody was here to check any unit. But she told me that, so I stayed home all day long. They posted up for today again. Today again, I was home. They check alarm wherever they check it. I can hear it going off periodically every minute for like 8 times. But nobody needed access to my unit. Nobody came to my unit. Why put this threatening thing? Say I have to be home and they're checking fire alarm. And I'm sure no other unit, because there are snowbirds here and nobody will be in their unit. So nobody had to be wasting their days and stuff. But then again, a little recap of my week. After a very long time, I went to the chair yoga on Monday. Chair yoga. Yeah, 11 a.m. a little late. From the time I get into this class, this evil woman by the name of Joan Anderson, her man had assaulted me last year, on Labor Day. I was sitting peacefully at a table. He was passing, and he took his hands and hit me on my right shoulder 3 times. Anyways, she now, from the time she see me come to the class, she turning around watching me, she turning around staring at me. Things running through her mind as what she should do to assault me, to discriminate against me, to abuse me, to be nasty and mean and evil. So at the end of the class, I go to that clubhouse, since I've lived in this community peacefully and quiet. I say hi and hello or wave to people. I really try to avoid saying anything to them. Everybody has been getting into my face. Everybody have been verbally abusive, physically assaulting, all this kind of stuff they do. They lie, they falsely accuse me. Right? And the chairman of recreation district say, oh, me is getting into these people's face. I don't, and I never did. So now, this woman at the end of the class, she come rubbish her nasty hands on me. The thing upset me, but I just walk away. And she was saying mean things like if I enjoy the class, like if the money that we are paying doesn't mean anything, only them entitled to everything here. The lies that they fabricate, the lies that they spread around, the evil things that they do, but they're saying, them laugh and say, oh, they can kick me out, or me that belongs there, or me this, me that, everybody. But everybody's wrong to me, and God is witnessing it, that everybody single me out. And saying because I'm Indian, I don't belong, and all this kind of stuff. But with God's grace and power, I came home and I prayed about it. I didn't say anything to Shay. But then I went back for line dancing. In the line dancing class, I'm always being harassed. At the beginning of times, they used to harass me for passing. The excess guests were coming from all over the place. And then the Carolyn Johnson used to shouting and yelling and screaming at me for screaming out me name, for bringing she man them and she guests them. And I tell her I don't do that. She'll scream out my name and she'll watch the instructor and 10 of them and stare me. They have a lady that they don't need her. They don't need nobody. It's a small class to sign in anybody. Everybody is seniors. Everybody is seniors. They're 55 and older. Everybody has the understanding that they go to class, they have to sign in. Right? So people got all the other classes signing themselves, and the instructor may remind them during the class or ask, if everybody's signing, or I understand, make sure they sign in. But this particular class have to have somebody that they claim the woman does not see well, but yet they have this woman for checking people or help or whatever. And this woman was there every single time, coming after me. She would see I go in there and I would say, this is me, and I would check mark my name, and she check mark it, and yet she would come after me afterwards. There'd be several people in the class who did not sign in. She will not go after them. She will not go after them. And they all stare me down, and they all hugging each other, and they all thinking, and every time the instructor, everybody's twisting, they twist and they turn everything for point fingers at me to say I'm bad and I'm the wrong person and I'm this and I'm that. Nobody has nothing good to say to me about me, right? Everybody is mean to me. Everybody say bad things and evil things and wicked things to me, about me and against me. And God wasn't part of me. Anyways, Tuesday, but when I was going for the book at the beginning of the month, forget, the schedule here. At the first of the month, no book. Second of the month, no book. The book is not available. And right, when it should be available at the end of the previous month for the next month, is not. But after the 15th of the month, when nobody needs it anymore, then you see a whole pile of pack up at the guard. But they fabricate so much lies, they're doing so much wrong things against me because I'm Indian. So anyways, that's done for month. Oh yeah, one lady comes in late to go to the gym. Several weeks I'm there, and I don't know, Sunday night or Monday night, and I will see she come without any card, and they say you gotta swipe your card every time you go in. Every time I go, even no matter if I go in the morning and then I go in the afternoon, I have to swipe my card all the time. Every time, you'll notice at the door. But this one woman don't have to come with a card, and she don't have to sign the card. I said several weeks. It's not like a couple of days that she had to get a new card or something. Several weeks I stayed. I am there. Excuse me, and I witnessed that. So anyways, she coming right up in my face when she done passing through and saying hi. I'm going hi. So Tuesday, I went to get tickets for the summer kickoff celebration they have on the 25th. Normally it's Memorial Day dance they used to have for all the years back that the clubhouse existing, and on Memorial Day. But this year they're doing it that way. The previous social director retired, so they have a new social activity manager, somebody that they brainwashed and is against me, and she throw remarks and sense to them. Anyway, so after the lady in the office who came from house cleaning and become office manager or whatever, and they influenced her and put her against me too. And apparently they're trying now to, everybody I talk to, everywhere I go to talk to, they talk to Indians, that's putting them against me. Got to put people from the Swarsi man there, Shuman, they're all against me or whatever. And it look like if they're trying to bring in Indians there. They got an Indian lady that's now teaching the yoga for several months now, and now they look like a new staff in the office, as she look like Indian. But anyways, she stick up her fingers and wait, whatever, and she holler out and she got to do ID cards. Then she saying how then she finally gave me the ticket. So I went to the Aquafit class. Instantly the social activity manager was teaching the Aquafit class, as well as she teaches Zumba classes and other exercise class. She started calling out the Arlene woman who had assaulted me in March 31st of 2023 and always been verbal abusive, but she used to making false recording, talking into her phone, mute the phone, yell, scream, and shout at me, or hold the phone behind her ass, and then mute it, and then doing that, and then I react or talk, and she makes so much of false accusation, tells so much of desperate lies and record it. But anyways, and they bully me and stuff at the Quetta Club, and this. The instructor is calling out and she, and they're saying things and throwing remarks, and then she's calling everybody by their name and talking to them. At the end of the class, she points her finger to me and she shout out, "You come in?" That she was talking to them, calling them by their name and asking them to come to the Zumba class, etc., etc. But that's how she talked to me. But so after that done, I went to the Zumba for a little bit, and at the end of it, she walking by me in the clubhouse and she going like, "Thanks for coming," after she do all what she done do. So that's about it for Tuesday. But Wednesday, because of this, notice, I end up staying home all day long. So I know they have game night. I don't go to the game night anymore because the lady, a couple run the game night, and the woman, 2 times I gone, every time she bark out and she shout out in my face and said because of me people don't come and nobody don't like me there, and I, like I shouldn't be there and stuff. And then other people was mean to me too. So I don't go to the game night anymore. So the game night is 6:30 to 8:30. So I take a walk at about 8:33 or so down to the clubhouse. So I get there at 8:45-ish. When I go into the gym, there's this guy, and they go there late all the time, and he started barking out in my face and saying, if I know I got 10 minutes, if I know I got 10 minutes, etc. I say, yes, I know. I walk here 10 minutes, and if I work out for 10 minutes and walk home back for 10 minutes, it's 30 minutes active. I was active for today. And then he calmed down. So anyways, I did my step climbing for the 20 minutes, but the same lady from the Zongo Hut ID and the swipe and stuff like, and go late in the night, she hollering hi and hi. So I say hi to she. And then when it was 1 minute before 9 and I wrapping up, she hollering, oh, it's time, but she man talking to she. So I head out to there. When I sitting outside at the bench, I sit there for a minute because I was doing the step climbing like really fast because of the time, and I want to get in the 10 minutes. So I will sit out there for a little bit, and the two of them passing out, and they shouting now asking me. They said good night, and I said good night, which is fine, but now they're shouting asking me name, and I'm telling them Sunita, and they're Spanish or Jewish or whatever they are. The guy looks Spanish. She, I don't know, too sure what she is. But anyways, you're telling them, you're spelling it, you're telling them you're pronouncing it. And I didn't even, I asked the guy, after he asked me my name, I asked him his, and he goes like, George, like the character, Michael Jordan. Yeah, he named Jordan. George, but not the rich one, the poor one. So anyways, I left them there. They were still in the parking lot talking, and I walk home. The end.